Okay, so let's go. Let's see what she does. Sometimes we make mistakes, and there's certainly, let's redirect some coolant. I hope we didn't miss that. Oh, I think we're all right. Oh yeah, we look all right. Maybe. Well, we'll get a bit concerned our Y is not right. So what it does is it does a step all the way down, and then it comes back and does smaller and smaller steps up, and then goes back down and does the next step. So it kind of ramps up. That's the last one, so now it's going to do the next step all the way down. Ooh. Need to address that belt. Okay, while you watch this, I'm going to go tighten the belt on the compressor. Okay, so the battery died, so you missed a little bit of this, but it's just roughing away. So I left too much material on that where that boss is over there, and what it's going to do is cause us problems when the ball end mill comes in and tries to profile that. It causes problems before that, but anyway, so I'm going to have to stop on the next tool and cut that away. I should have cut that piece just a little bit shorter. Nothing terrible, nothing serious. Just about out of end mill. I think this is the last pass. I'm kind of hoping it's the last pass. Think somebody would figure this out before they ran it, huh? Nah, no, we just shoot off the cuff. Okay, this is the cleanup pass. So all the roughing is done. All this is going to do is take a perimeter. I think I left 20 thousandths. The roughing pass usually leaves not a great finish, where it's starting and stopping and taking more of a chip load, where this finish pass will just clean it up and give it a nice surface finish. And it'll be nice and consistent rolling all the way around. Okay, and I think the next operation is the slot. I'm concerned about the slot because it's fairly deep and it doesn't leave a lot of room for the chip to come out. Now you don't really want to recut the chip. Once you have chips floating around on the inside of a pocket, it oftentimes will break a tool, or it'll cause you all sorts of lousy surface finishes or problems. So we're going to have to kind of blow the chip out as this rolls through here. So when it's kind of in that slow mode, it's ramping down. You can't really plunge with an end mill. They aren't really designed to drill like a drill. I mean, you can kind of do it and get away with it a little bit. The cutting surface does go to the center, but the way they're designed, they're not necessarily able to evacuate the chip, meaning the chip gets gummed up in the center and doesn't have a place to go. So if we ramp down, it's always still cutting on the side of the tool, and then the side of the tool. A little bit in the center, kind of depending on how quickly we ramp. Why do we need a slot in the brace? Well, it's for lightweight, for faster lap times, right? No, it's not. It's to look cool. Because cool is good. We like cool. Light's cool too, but so I want to get rid of the chip without getting rid of all the coolant. The coolant is a water-based oil, so it has a very tiny amount of oil in it, maybe 5% or depends on the coolant. I think this is at 7%, so it's mostly water, and then the rest is oil. It's all very safe, non-toxic. I've been breathing it my whole life. That it could explain way more than what I care to admit. Okay, let's take a break and we'll... Okay, so we're going to switch to the next tool. I got rid of that little bit of material that was hanging out there. This is just going to drill and tap the hole. That's the hole for the that boss on the old brake caliper boss on those forks. And then the other hole, of course, will be down in the other direction. This is called a PEC drilling cycle. It's probably not necessary because we're not really going that deep, but oftentimes it's just easier to program it in, and it doesn't cause any grief. It takes an extra second or two. If I was doing a million parts, I would optimize that. Okay, here's the tap. Hopefully we got all the tap program right. Oh yeah, we look good there. Woo-wee. Sometimes I make the... I don't get the program right on that, and I've gotten the feed rate wrong, so I have to manually input that. Okay, let's slow you down just a bit. Okay, and I'm going to back the coolant off. Now this is a 9/16 ball end mill, meaning the bottom of it is round. And so this will contour that curved shape that we made. I have this is a high-speed steel tool, which I don't really use high-speed steel. Carbide has become so cheap. But I've got a whole bunch of these. I made a bunch of rocker arm stands for engine prototype development. Larry Olson, I don't know, probably 20 years ago. And I ended up with a ton of these for that job, and so I just kind of use them up as I'm making parts. At some point I won't have any more, but till that point we're going to use what we've got. But high speed just doesn't do as well. It's not as sharp. It doesn't last as long. It doesn't give as nice a surface finish. But, 20 or 30 years ago, that's all you could afford. Carbide was insanely expensive. Now carbide's fairly cheap. Thank you, Chinese. Yeah, I don't know why the program chooses to do funny moves like that. It's like it's seeing something it needs to go cut away. And, although it's already been cut away. Uh-oh. I'll be back. See, this is the move I was concerned about. See, it would have run into that boss and pushed the tool into our part. So a little better planning on my part would have alleviated that situation. Also with carbide, I could run this a whole bunch faster. And this is all machined all pretty conservative. One-off pieces I don't really push. Getting to the end of this. Good. All right. Let's take a look at it. little focus action. I think that looks pretty good. Got a little bit, see this mark is where we ran out of flute on our 1/4 inch end mill. So it was rubbing the shank. It's not something, it's only a visual thing, so it's not even worth concerning ourselves with. Let me take this out.